Most people who buy a solar battery system get it wrong the first time. Not because they bought cheap panels, because nobody told them the one thing that actually matters before you spend a single dollar. Here's the mistake. They think in watts. They see a 2000 watt inverter, a 300 watt panel, and assume those numbers tell them something useful. They don't. Not on their own. Watts measure power at a given moment. What you actually need is watt hours, energy over time. That's the number that tells you whether your system lasts through the night or dies at 2 a.m. Simple version, multiply any device's wattage by the hours you run it per day. A 10 watt LED for 5 hours, 50 watt hours. A laptop at 60 watts for 3 hours, 180 watt hours. Your fridge, probably 1200 to 1500 watt hours a day. That one surprises almost everyone. Add those up. That daily total is the foundation of everything. Get it wrong and nothing else matters. Now here's where most people throw money away. That battery labeled 5 kilowatt hours, that is not 5 kilowatt hours of usable energy. Every battery has a depth of discharge limit. Lead acid should only be drained to about 50% to preserve its life. So that 5 kilowatt hour battery, you're working with 2.5. Lithium iron phosphate batteries allow 80 to 90% depth of discharge. Same label, nearly double the usable energy. They also last thousands of cycles versus a few hundred for lead acid. Comparing batteries by sticker price alone is a trap. Compare usable watt hours and lifetime cost per cycle. Now panels. This is where the marketing really lies to you. That 300 watt panel is not producing 300 watts for 8 hours a day. The industry uses a concept called peak sun hours, the equivalent hours per day when a panel actually approaches its rated output. Depending on location and season, that might be 3 hours, maybe 5 on a great day. In winter in a cloudy region, sometimes less than 2. A 300 watt panel with 4 peak sun hours gives you roughly 1200 watt hours before system losses. Factor in your charge controller, wiring, and inverter efficiency and you're closer to 900 to 1000 watt hours actually reaching your devices. The fix is simple. Use conservative numbers. Size for winter, size for cloudy days, add 20 to 30% headroom. Panels are cheap per kilowatt hour over their lifetime. A little oversizing is almost always worth it. One more thing that kills systems that look great on paper, startup surge. Your fridge might run at 150 watts, but when that compressor kicks on, it can spike to 800 or 1200 watts for a fraction of a second. If your inverter can't handle that spike, the device won't start. Battery full, panels producing perfectly, and nothing works. Always check the continuous rating and the surge rating of your inverter. So here's the short version. Think in watt hours. Know your battery's actual usable capacity. Size for real solar output using peak sun hours. Make sure your inverter handles startup surges. Those 4 principles alone will save most people thousands of dollars. There's an entire framework that goes deeper on all of this. How to build your exact load list, calculate the right battery size, match panels to your location, and plan a system you can expand without starting over. That full guide is linked in the description. If you're seriously considering solar, it is the most practical thing you can read before you spend any money. Run the numbers, build the system you actually need.